Hey guys! So, yeah, here's something a little different. Because I love Need for Speed. I really do. I remember playing the very first Need for Speed on the old PlayStation, and man, it was an incredible game, an incredible experience. And I didn't even have a PlayStation at the time. The first time I played it was that's some crap right there. First time I played it, it was at my uncle's house, and he had a PlayStation. I was just a kid. I didn't have a job. I couldn't afford crap, but I could still enjoy those games. And get out of the way. But anyways, yes, Need for Speed. And here is my rant on why I think Need for Speed has turned into utter crap nowadays. Because I know how much you guys just love my rants. And so here we go. Why do I hate Need for Speed nowadays? And, I understand, too, that not all modern racing games follow this pattern, follow this formula that I'm about to describe. So, you got games like Forza and Grid, and those are great. I do enjoy those games. But for the purpose of this rant, I am just going to stick with Need for Speed. Whew, okay, so where to begin? And I really am getting angry as I think of there's something right there. I cannot stand these dramatic things here. These dramatic scenes that when you crash, what you just saw basically. I cannot stand that. Another thing that I can't stand. Get out of the... Oh, my... Well, that was okay, I guess. But still, I don't need you guys. I don't need the game to show me drama, okay? I don't need it. I wish you could turn it off. But you can't in this particular game. Some games, I guess you could, but whatever. Okay, so... The first thing that usually comes to mind with these things is that there is no more manual transmission. That is... Boo. That bothers me a lot because... That is some assy ass... Oh, yeah. There's no manual transmission, which bothers me because I like having the fullest amount of control, and these spike strips are really getting on my nerves here. I like to have the absolute fullest amount of control that I can with, oh my god, another one, with my vehicles, especially when it comes to hairpins, when it comes to, things like that, where this is ass. Okay. Drama cutscenes. They need to go. Manual transmissions need to come back. There's just so many things. Okay, look. For this particular game, I understand. You're playing as somebody, right? It's assumed that you are playing as somebody. They don't really give them a story or anything, but you're somebody. And that would be fine if they gave you a reason to believe that you are somebody. For example, my favorite Need for Speed was High Stakes. High Stakes, and I still go back to that game nowadays. I love that game. I love the challenge. I love the, oh my god! That's not challenge, by the way. That's just ass. I love the upgrading system they have. I love the damage that they have. That brings to mind another problem I have with this game. There is damage, but it's assy damage. It's like, yeah, you're beat up, but who cares? You can still... Okay, fine, I beat it. But you can still drive just fine. Your tires may be spiked up, but you can still drive, no problem. At least with high stakes, as you beat up your vehicle, you felt it. You lost control of the vehicle. It would be wobbly and it would just be like not as fast and that's good, because once you get done with the race, you go back to your garage and you have to pay for it. You have what is this? I don't know. Where else can I go? You have to pay for all your damages, and sometimes I remember sometimes not having the money to pay for all of my damages, and I don't really care for Aston Martins in video games at all. Even in the old Need for Speeds, I always thought they were slow ass, but you know what? It's not giving us an option, and this is a trial, so yeah. Anyways, it's come on, I don't need drama. Let's go. Okay. Yes, the feeling of earning what you get is not here. It's just not here. I mean, here you are. You have all of these fancy cars to drive. All these, but you're not earning them. Yeah, okay. You win a race and you gain bounty. And in a way, yeah, okay, that's earning the new vehicle, but it's still not, because, look, in high stakes, you started at the bottom. You could only afford a $20,000 BMW or something else. I can't remember what it was. And you just had to deal with it, and you upgraded that vehicle to the best of your abilities. That's all you could do. And then as you won races, you bought your new vehicles. Now, that was in story mode. Is there an arcade mode? Yeah, there is. There, where you just pick a car and then drive off and have a race. Yeah. But this game seems to want to combine both story mode and arcade mode together, which I guess would be okay. But man, I really miss the whole buying and upgrading and really earning what you get. Which brings to mind the modern... And I'm sorry if I... What the hell? Oh, you see, I'm so lost in thought. I'm not even thinking about the actual race. The newer Most Wanted. Basically, you just drove around, and I'll admit, I didn't get very far in that game. I got bored of it, I got mad at it, and I just stopped playing it. You're driving around, and you see a fancy car, and it's like, do you want to drive this fancy car? There you go. Just drive it. There you go. It's all yours. And off you go. At least in the older Most Wanted, which is my second favorite Need for Speed game. The story was absolute blah, but you know what? That's okay. It still had what, minus the damage, but it still had the whole earning what you get feel to it. With the old Most Wanted, yeah, you really had to earn your stuff, and there was no guarantee you were going to get your rival's car. It was left to chance. You pick 3 cards, and one of them is the pink slip. But you still earned what you got. You start off with a lousy car, or not a good car. Pretty much in your average Joe car, like oh geez, I can't even remember. What did I usually start off with in that game? It was a car that you could buy. Like, you could actually buy it. In this, you can't. I mean, unless... I'm just gonna take a guess here that most of my viewers cannot afford one of these vehicles. I mean, if you can, that's pretty sweet. And I envy you. But, I'm just gonna take a stab here and say that most of the folks who are watching these videos of mine probably can't afford one of these one of these cars. In the old Most Wanted, you could. And then you soup it up, and it just gave it that extra touch of really being your car. New Most Wanted, here you go. Have a nice fancy car. You're just a good little player. You can have a nice fancy car if you want it. Just hit okay, and it's all yours. And you could say, oh well, GTA, you could take any car you wanted. But you know what? It was illegal. And you know what? If the cops see you, they chase you. And that just brings another point. Why do the cops continue to chase me in Most Wanted, in the newer Most Wanted? I was just sitting there parked. I don't even think I had a wanted level on. Possibly I did, but it was a different vehicle that I got into. It was a different everything, and I'm just sitting there on the road. Suddenly the cop throws his blues on, and I'm just like, what the hell? And he catches me. I couldn't do anything, and that was it. And just... I'm just like... But in the old Most Wanted, you could totally not... You could totally fly under the cops' radar if you repainted your vehicle, if you change the cosmetics of it, if you you have multiple cars in your garage, get into a different car until your heat dies down. Kill the heat on that other car. It's just that whole factor of why am I doing this? Who am I? And why anything? It's just not. It's not a coherency that there used to be. Oh man. And okay, what? It would be one thing if there was some kind of a money thing and you spent, or maybe your bounty points, use that as currency. Okay, you want to buy a new car? Here you go. Use these bounty points, and there you go. Now you can have this car. Instead, look. I just got a 911 Targa 4S just because. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't really do it. I didn't purchase it. Oh man, what? Oh, what is this? Do I even like this car? I don't know. It's not like it's giving me an option here, so I guess I have to like it. What was I just saying? No, come on, no. Stop it. I don't need this. In the old... Let's just go back to high stakes. Even the old Most Wanted. I'm pretty sure it was in that too. You're being chased by cops or whatever. You're having a road race, and one of your competition gets knocked out. Their vehicle just boom. It does not function anymore for whatever reason. They're out of the race forever. I mean, you will, like, I remember in high stakes, I would just knock out all of the other racers, and it was just me left on the road. There was no possible way I was going to lose that race unless I either got caught by the cops or I blew myself up. There was no other way I was going to lose that race. In this, you knock out one of your cars, and before you know it, they're back. They're right on your tail. It's like, oh my god, dude. They're like, hey, I'm back. How did you miss me? All I did was reset my car. I'm all good as new. But why? And why? It just bothers me so much. And that's another thing. When you pass a car, right? And they're like miles behind or whatever, and or not so much miles behind because they end up right on your tail again. It's like they have this sudden burst of speed and they're suddenly right behind you. It's like, I'll get out of here, you. It's like you throw a spike strip at them and kaboom, you take off, and you should be way miles ahead of them. But before you know it, they're overtaking you again. I remember in the old Need for Speeds, you could totally lap these cars. You could lap them over I think I lap them maybe 2 or 3 times sometimes. And that's another thing. It doesn't seem to matter which car you drive. They give you an option, and they say, okay, well, this car has a higher top speed, and this car has a faster acceleration, but it doesn't even matter. You can drive the fastest top speed vehicle, but the little, let's just say, I don't friggin' know, the car with the slower top speed is gonna catch up to you, which is stupid. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense. And I understand these are not lapped races, but there are no laps in this game at all. So I don't even care. Let's just come on. Man, Need for Speed really has fallen a lot, and it's sad because I really wanted to enjoy this game way back when it did come out. When did this game come out? I don't even remember, but I did, and I really wanted to like the newer Most Wanted. I really wanted to like Rivals. Again, no other options here. I guess I have to unlock them or whatever, but this one. I always play racing games with a controller too, by the way. I can't play with a keyboard. It's not... it just doesn't feel right. Otherwise, though, with PC games, or in games in general, I just play with the keyboard. Keyboard and mouse. Racing games, the only exception. There used to be sports games too, back when I used to play Madden. Haven't played one of those games in a while, though. They're just like, do they even still make the Madden games? I don't remember. They're all the same. They're just updated rosters, but that's why I stopped buying them. I'm like, yeah, once I buy this one, and I remember always thinking that too. Once I buy this one, Madden, once I buy this one, I'm never buying another one because next year's is going to be exactly the same. It's just going to have different players. Yeah, that... Oh, get out of here. Okay. Watch, he's gonna be right on my tail anyways. It doesn't even matter. What else? There was something else too. Oh man, there is just so much that I just... See, look at him catch up to me! Get out of here! Need for Speed, it's fallen into the whole hold your hand thing that modern games they all seem to be falling into. It's just not the same, and I get it. Games are... Here he comes again. What a dick. And I have no more nitrous either. No! Get out of here. I'm guessing that's a Nissan. What the... Oh my god. Is he gonna beat me right at the last god-darn second? If he does, that's lame, because I was totally in front of him this whole goddamn time! No! I know, come on! Okay, come on. What else? Oh my god. I had a whole list in my head, and I did list off a whole bunch of them, but I know there's something else that I'm missing. You can't customize your vehicles anymore either. That's another thing. At least, you know, in the old Most Wanted, or if you look at something like Underground, you could paint your vehicle, you put decals on them, do all kinds of crazy stuff to them. You know, everything from the color to the rims to the style of the spoiler to the everything. It was your vehicle. And it's just not the same anymore. And I'm gonna drive on this side of the road because I feel like it. And that's another thing I didn't like about the newer Most Wanted, was that you could, playing as the cops was way more beneficial than playing as a race. Oh, thank you, Mr. Truck, that was very nice of you. But he's just gonna, see, he's catching up to me right away anyways. It's like Mario Kart. Oh my god, I hate that about Mario Kart. It's like, you know, you got these, it doesn't even matter, again, with the whole, oh, you can be whoever you want. You can pick the better speed or better traction. Or it doesn't matter what you go with. It's the exact same car. It doesn't matter because they're just going to catch up to you anyways. They're just going to be right on your tail, and it's just going to be like, hey, I'm right here. Did you miss me? And I might win this one. I got to win this one. Come on now. This is stupid. It's just, why are they able to catch up to me so blatantly fast? And why do they come back when they're destroyed? And come on, I want the cops to chase me here. Can I have a hot pursuit race here? Because I like being able to go into a hot pursuit race whenever I want. I don't like this. What do I win? I got a bigger wanted level. Okay. It's not like I'm... Need for Speed 3, that was a great one too. I remember buying that in the store. My buddy was with me, and I showed it to him, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And it was like, yeah. And that was another thing from that old one. Oh, I remember you could drive like, I remember driving a bus or something, and a big old truck, and, you know, a pickup truck, or what are they, like some kind of a... It's not a hot pursuit race, is it? Viper's handled like crap. What is this? 911. That... Like, it doesn't matter. Let's just take this. Let's go. Come on. I remember El Nino as a bonus car. That was awesome. Oh my god. Another favorite Need for Speed was Porsche Unleashed. That game, I was so hoping they would come out with more Unleashed games, like, you know, let's say, for example, Ferrari Unleashed or Lamborghini Unleashed, things like that. I loved Porsche Unleashed because it talked about the history of the vehicle. You could drive, again, with the whole, it's your vehicle. You buy it, you upgrade it, you customize it. And it was like you learn the history of Porsche. You learned from the oldest models. You got to drive the oldest frickin' models and soup it up. And, you know, its top speed was maybe 100 miles an hour, but it was back in the day, and that was... It just felt special, you know? And then once you got the bigger engines and faster models, it was like, holy crap, these tracks that you drove through over and over and over with the older model, suddenly they became difficult. Suddenly they had life to them, you know? And they always had life to them, but they evolved. The track, not only did the vehicle evolve, but the track evolved too. Even though it was exactly the same track, it felt like a new one because you had faster cars. You had different tech going into the cars. And yeah, I really was hoping for more Unleashed, but they just never happened. You know, and the story mode, the arcade mode, I call it arcade mode. I don't know if that's really, I guess that's what it's called, but You know, where you just pick a car and drive. You know, go into a race. Were there cops in Unleashed? Yeah, Porsche Unleashed. I don't remember. I think there were. I want to say that there were. That's another thing. That's what I was thinking. In this game, in this game, when you're getting chased by the cops, right? Cops, boo boo boo, coming after you, and you win the race. Suddenly the cops are gone. It's like, and I've beaten, you know, I've gotten through plenty of races, and I just completely drove over a spike strip. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you drive over a spike strip after you win the race. You won the race. Hey, the cops just kind of, see you later, bad guy. We won't bother you anymore. You won the race. Hooray. At least in Most Wanted, the old one, once you beat the race, and the cops didn't leave you alone. They just kept the cops just kept coming. They wouldn't leave you alone, especially if your wanted level was so high. And it was the thrill of trying to get rid of them that made it so fun. And it was a more realistic approach, because in the newer Most Wanted, it was just, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of side places to go, nowhere to really hide, and it was like, the cops caught me so easily, and maybe it was just because I sucked at the game or what, but I just, man, why would the cops just leave you alone once you win the race? And I understand, you could say, well, that's just a single race, you know, you can't fault the game for being a single race, you know, but in Most Wanted, you could pick a single race. You could just go into the menu, say, okay, let's do this race. And that's a single race, and you got all the guys coming, they're racing the other guys, and the cops are there, but once the race is over, they're still chasing you. It's just something else that bothers, just a little thing that you know, it just doesn't make sense, But yeah, why am I able to drive all these fancy cars? Who am I? Who am I as a player? I mean, I know who I am, but why am I able to have these things? Why? I didn't earn these things, I became more wanted. That doesn't afford me a new vehicle. Are these guys honking at me? I'm hearing a horn. I mean, I'm not honking. Whoops. I was trying to find the horn. Oh my god, you are not gonna beat me right at the half a mile to go. Oh my god. You are not gonna beat, no. I have been in the lead this entire bloomin' time. You god damn. As long as I hit third, I do not want to do this again. I do not want to do this again. Go. Oh, that's... that's just peachy. Can I have a most... Is this a hot pursuit? Can I please have a hot pursuit? Okay, this will be it, and then I'm off, because it's been a half hour of me, and I have to drive this? Why do I have to drive this? I don't like this car. Fairy car. Come on. That's another thing, too. In the old ones, let's just take Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit. The real Hot Pursuit. it had a split screen. Now, I understand that there's multiplayer in this too, but it's all online, and I never do it. But I remember playing the old Need for Speed 3 with my buddy Jim, and it was like the split screen, man. You could be a cop. One of you could be a cop. The other one could be the racer. Both of you could be cops and see who could catch more. Both of you could be racers. And it was great. And, you know, it just added that much more to it. Alright, who's coming after me now? That's another thing! Oh man, the Obama car. Look, that's another thing too. When in the old NFS, NFS 3, you had the cop monitor, right? And it was like, you know, it would beep just like it does there. And, you know, you could slow down. Like, you could totally slow down, and the cops wouldn't bother you. Come on. Come on. Ball. Go away. You too. Joe. Get out of here. Stupid things. Look, this guy is gonna get knocked out, right? But it doesn't matter. Keep an eye on that white car, right? Oh, I'm gonna knock him out. Come on. Oh wait, that's a cop. Never mind. I thought it was a friggin' racer. What can I say? They all look like ass to me anyway. Come on, get out of here. See, I don't know if I should use a turbo because I don't know if the sharp turns are going to be coming up or what, you know? It's like, oh. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, sometimes these little scenes can save you because... Get out of here. I'm in fourth assy place. Come on. See, my car handles exactly like it did when it was just starting the race, but the car is over halfway dead. Back in the day, my tires would be wobbling and I'd be driving on the side of the thing and smoke would be pouring out and... That was lame. That was absolute lameness. There we go. Now, look, this white car, right? This white car. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. Absolutely, he will be freaking back. Get out of here. If I frig this up, okay, here's the end. All right, well, see, look, that's it. That's the end. I'm blacklisted. And the cops, see you later, Mr. Blacklisted guy. Have a nice day. Them's good kids.
Hudson Tech, cutting-edge aftermarket automotive technology. Introducing the Shredder, the second-generation trunk-mounted and vehicle-deployed tire deflation device.
You know, I remember when I used to have to actually earn these things. Something like this.
No moving parts.
Buy it. They don't just hand it to you. But, oh my god, I'm done. I'm done. And here's my free car. Here's my free car. And it's a I don't even like Mustangs. At least there's no Cadillacs in this. I don't think there are Cadillacs in this. I hate Cadillac. I absolutely hate Cadillac. Even if I could afford them, I wouldn't buy one. I think they're just, like, ass looking. But anyways, that's enough. I'm done. I am... that's my rant on Need for Speed. And good night.